This is WW3. You have Trump looking to have boarded Air Force One in Turkey. And a lot of people were like, how did he switch planes and there was no footage of it? Well, the sleight of hand was caught on camera, you're going to see here. But a bigger question arises. If it was such a threat...
If it was such a threat, Shalom, Kahalal, Yahweh Shemir, Shabbat, Shemakar, Badash, Dolan, should the other apostles and other bishops, the great most, don't even the elder that came before them, to tell us the truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that pushing the word and truth and the sincerity of the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. I'm the elder Yahshua. I'm back with the WW3 Daily Update. Shalom and salutations to you all. And today is Wars and Rumors of War Tuesday, the day in which we go to Matthew 24 and 6. Read it in the King James. We're looking for wars and rumors. Or that famous phrase that everybody knows so well. We read the whole thing in the King James Version. Matthew 24 and 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Then what we do is we examine ourselves. We examine these differences, threats. Got rumors here in NIV. Wars and rumors of war. Wars and threats of wars. Let's finish up. Good news. Good news. Good news right here. News. Good news. News of battles. Noise of battles close by. And news. So we got rumors, threats, and news. Down here, Aramaic, we got reports. News reports of World War III. What did Dabu say? He used the word what? What of war? Real quick. He used this word. Threats. Now, what's going on here? Why is President Trump switching planes? Because of an assassination threat. So let's watch this. He's being threatened. Who'd you kill? Soleimani. You assassinated Soleimani. You're proud about it, right? And all these others, all these assassination bombs and pagers, and well, guess what? The thing goes both ways. And, fair use, and I ain't doing nothing to nobody, but now you're on the run. Why? Because them Ayatollahs, put a hit. This dude is switching planes, and it says, was quietly removed from one airplane and left Hegseth and them out there like that. Going into what? Peace and safety, and what? Sudden destruction. So these fools are running for their lives. Let's set that. I'm gonna let him say it one more time. See how many times he says the word threat. Take it.
This is WW3. You have Trump looking to have boarded Air Force One in Turkey. And a lot of people were like, how did he switch planes and there was no footage of it? Well, the sleight of hand was caught on camera, you're going to see here. But a bigger question arises. If it was such a threat and they had to get him out of there and onto another plane, why did they leave the media to board the plane as sitting ducks if they thought it was really going to get hit? So you can see here Trump waving and going into the aircraft. Now it's going to pull back, and you're going to see right there, there's an airport catering truck. That's key. Because 5 minutes after he boards, that truck is pulling away as the media is boarding the plane. Then the catering truck takes off slowly and circles around to the back of the other aircraft. You can see right there the C-32A. It doesn't have it all in frame, but you can see that that is what they did. They got him out the back way, the back side of this aircraft, away from the cameras, into this catering truck. That catering truck pulling away as the media is boarding. And then the other aircraft is right on the other side of this, on the runway. You can see right there the staircase to it. on the other side. It circles around to go to it. So it becomes pretty clear that this truck moved. The only thing that we've seen moving between the two aircraft, it was carrying Donald Trump. And they let it out of the bag that he jumped on the other plane rather quickly because I believe they think people saw this, or as we're seeing right now, there was footage out there where people could witness this whole thing going on and put it all together. But the sitting duck thing, people are upset about big time because they feel that if it was such a threat, they never took off.
How many times has he said threat? It's such a threat.
Others are going to argue in defense of Trump that he's the president, he had to make a maneuver like this for security reasons, and that if they would have pulled all the media onto the other plane, it would have been obvious what they did. So there's two sides to every coin here, but one thing's for sure. Trump did pull this off. He went from one aircraft to the other.
Pulled it off. What did he pull off? He pulled off a magic trick. Let me keep this short. Stand now with what? Your magic. Where'd it go? Bear with me. Isaiah 47:12. Keep on then with your magic spells, and with your many sorceries which you have labored at since childhood, perhaps you will succeed. Perhaps you will cause terror. Okay? He caused some terror for who? For them sitting ducks. But the point is that, hey, guess what? You're in the middle of a war and things go both ways. Assassination is part of the chessboard now. So, hey, anything goes, right? Whatever these shenanigans are. And what does this go to? Lack of this. What is this, Timothy? Peace and safety. Slovakia. Verse 10. Verse Thessalonians. In the NIV, First Thessalonians 5:3 in the NIV, while people are saying peace and safety, destruction will come on them suddenly, as labor pains on a pregnant woman, and they will not escape. Let's go back over here. While this guy's saying peace and safety, sudden destruction is finna come on the homies, as travail upon a woman. And they shall not escape, like they're sitting ducks. So this is the kind of shit that's going on in the war zone. See, you would think that, oh, well, this has nothing to do with the war. It has everything to do with the war. Okay, we could get this. Joel 3:10. See, a minute ago, what people don't understand is a minute ago, we can hunt you down anywhere. We can hunt you down. What happened to all of that? We can get you wherever you're at. We have tentacles and all. Right now, tentacles are coming after you, and you're running scared. You're running scared. That's why you're switching up planes, because anything goes right there. Almost. talked myself out of that one. Joel 3 and 10 says, beat your plowshares into swords, right? What they coming after? We're going to shoot your plane down with what? Drone, sword, arrow, missile, and your pruning hooks into spears, drone, missile. Let the weak say I'm strong. Who? Iran's coming to get you. The Ayatollah's coming. They flipped it up. Who's on the offense now? Iran is now on offense in the U.S. war. Correct? No, we're not losing. I didn't ask you that. Primarily trying to maintain leverage to no, that's not true. U.S. advantage. What advantage? Guess what? You can't fool me. Has Iran moved to an offensive stance? I didn't ask you who's winning. You have to admit that. Yes. Assertive? Come on. And provocative posture. That's stupid. No. Did Iran launch an offensive strike? See, it won't answer my question. It's running. Did Iran launch an offensive strike on the U.S. recently? No, it wasn't an offensive strike. An offensive strike on the U.S. Yes. What? Really? Really? Did they? Really? But it missed. They launched an offensive strike, but it missed. Oh my God. So what does this mean? It means that they took an offensive stance. Oh, no, they didn't. Come on. Which one is it? Yes or no? An offensive strike is an offensive stance. The word stand is a military command on its own. Stand, you have stand fast, stand at ease, rest at ease, parade rest. Stand is a military command, okay? They made an offensive stance, right, through this strike. And you said no, sorry, get your words right. Stupid. See, that's Esau's thing, is semantics and shit. Until you get run up on somebody who understands what your game is and knows how to play, and then you looking stupid. Yeah, stand is stance, which is a military command going into that offensive strike, which was a stand. Why did you say no? Because some dumbass who thinks they have command of the English language or whatever language and can fool you or deceive you. You understand? Anyway, I'm going to get out. But what did Yahweh Shai say? Let's go back to Matthew 24, where we started. Salakia. We'll get out right here. Matthew 24 and 4. And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. Right? Why? In the time of judgment, this devil is wiggling. Right? Squirming. He's squirming on the road and his brain is squirming like a toad. Whatever that should have. Anyway, we pray that the elect are edified. There's your update for today. Salakia for going on a tangent. Shabbat Shalom.